Today we've got some snatches, some power cleans, overhead squats, a bit of accessory and a metcon. So we start with a snatch EMOM. CrossFit's been about 10 years, started in 2013. Before that I was very much into netball, tennis, team sports, and I stumbled across the CrossFit gym 2013 it was, and I've just fell in love with it and continued ever since. I've just finished NZ Champs, so that was my recent comp, and before that I had a half Ironman up in Napier, so I'm coming off a bit of a deload week and just sort of getting back into it at the moment. The half Ironman was a dream day. It was so much fun. NZ Champs was mixed emotions, but that's alright. I did NZ Nationals back in 2019. No, I was roped into a team comp I think back in 2018, which was a team of 4. It's the most nervous I've ever been for anything, and just fell in love with it since then. So it's been about 6 years of competing. Yeah, I don't have a plan at the moment. I've signed up to do Challenge Wanaka in February, so another 70.3. In terms of CrossFit, undecided. We'll probably give it one more year of competing. Yeah, then I got 2 more years till Masters, so take a year off. I think CrossFit kind of predisposes you to Olympic lifting, and it was what I really fell in love with when I first came to the gym, particularly the snatch. Hated the clean and jerk, I really didn't like it. It's just sort of part of CrossFit really, general strength. Yeah.
Is it taking you a while to sort of get the technique down pat?
It definitely took me time, and obviously you're still developing it, like you can always get a little bit better. It's the gymnastics that really got to me in CrossFit, which is the bit I have to work so hard at. But the lifting I just really genuinely enjoyed. Don't want to compete in it, but for CrossFit purposes I love it. Yeah. was diagnosed with diabetes when I was 9, and so I really don't know any different. And growing up playing sport was a real incentive to just keep my blood sugars unchecked. When I started CrossFit, it became a little bit harder to control because you got all the adrenaline and the cortisol from the higher intensity workouts. So it hasn't changed all that much. The sensors have made a really big difference. It saves you from pricking your fingers all the time, but I'm still doing 8 to 9 insulin injections a day. I hate being high, I'm grumpy, I just lethargic, hate it. And then low, obviously, you can't train very well, so it's a real incentive to try and keep them under control. When I was training for Ironman, it was actually a lot easier to control just because you could work out your carb ratio to your insulin. With CrossFit and the different workouts with all the different hormones and adrenaline spikes, it can go one of 2 ways, so it's really hard. Because my training volumes increase, like crumpets I tend to go to these days, or something that's got about 20 to 30 grams of carbs in before I train, and then sometimes I do a bit of insulin with that, so you don't get that big spike in glucose. If I'm out on the bike, I won't do any insulin, so I'll just let it ride, and usually it sort of sorts itself out. Weightlifting, it's not really expending the same energy in the moment, so I don't need to do anything different. So it depends what kind of training I'm doing. The heaviest I've gone in a while, so that's good. Still not quite 100% post-comps, but nah, I feel all right. So I've got a few clean pulls to go and then we're done lifting. Of choice, it'll be something like a licorice also. I love them, but the hospital kindly supplies me with the old HypoFit. So that's 13 grams of glucose, pure glucose.
It's like a gel.
It's like a really sickly sweet orange flavoured syrup is how I'd describe it. I actually don't mind them, but a lot of people hate them. But I've got the biggest sweet tooth ever, so I really, really couldn't care less. So we can look at my glucose.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, so that was obviously after I'd eaten lunch. It goes up a little bit. And then the insulin comes in, comes down a little bit. And then I had something to eat around here, so we had a slight peak. And we're going down a bit. So hopefully it holds steady for the rest of the workout. The last pairs comp, I went out on the second to last event with a low blood sugar, and I'd lost my vision going into the workout. But because it was a pairs workout, you know, you've got to go out. There's no waiting for the next heat. So probably wasn't my smartest decision. But we went out, the workout was, I think it was like 15 line facing burpees into 25 thrusters into more burpees. It was a sprint workout. and I couldn't see very well. So you automatically know the line. It's about a metre jump, so you work that out pretty quickly. Had a whole lot of glucose before I went out, and I was first to go. Got to the thruster. I've done enough of those in my life to know what that feels like. So we got there, got back to the burpees, had completely lost my vision by that point. Got over the line, tagged my partner, he went, and I was in a semi-comatose state for the next 25 minutes. Probably not my proudest moment, but it happens in comp. I do feel a little bit sick, so when my blood sugar goes below 2, that's when I really start shaking, and I'm pretty out of it. But I sense when I'm going low around 4, you just don't feel right. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, when I'm high, it's like I'm really grumpy, you don't want to be around me, I feel really tired. Yeah, just not well, so I hate being high, it's like my least favourite thing.